The Ballad of Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa, a tragedy in 50 acts. Oh, gather round, my fellow travellers, and let me weave you a tale so wretched, so unholy, that even the ghosts of Hoi An would flee from it. This is the story of Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa, name so sweet, so deceptive, like a poisoned lotus floating on the Thur Bon River. Let us begin with the room. Oh, the room. You see, when one books a boutique hotel, one expects, oh, I don't know boutique things, charm, character, a space that doesn't smell like a damp sock left in a monsoon. But no, the room was a crime against aesthetics. The walls, painted in a shade I can only describe as regret yellow, whispered of mold spores plotting their slow takeover. The the bed was a cruel joke, a slab of plywood masquerading as a mattress, as if the hotel's philosophy was, why let guests sleep when they could suffer? And the bathroom, oh, sweet suffering. The tiles were outdated, not vintage, darling, outdated, cracked like the promises of management. The shower, a sad trickle of lukewarm despair, as if the water itself was ashamed to be there. And the mold, so much mold, it wasn't just present, it was thriving like a little ecosystem of neglect. I half expected it to evolve sentience and demand voting rights. Now let us speak of the staff. Oh ho ho, where do I begin? Imagine walking into a place where the employees look at you like you've just asked them to solve quantum physics with a toothpick. The receptionist, a master of avoiding eye contact, as if acknowledging my existence would cost her actual currency. And when I dared it to ask for help, the sigh she unleashed could V-powered a small wind turbine. Rude docent even begin to cover it. It was like being scolded by a disgruntled librarian who hates books. And the spa, the crown jewel of disappointment. A spa in the same way a microwave dinner is gourmet cuisine. The massage, subpar. The therapist moved her hands like she was kneading dough for a bread she didn't even want to eat. The facilities, dirty. The towels had the texture of sandpaper and the scent of regret. And the upselling, the audacity. Every 5 minutes another staff member slithered in to whisper, would you like a tour, a special treatment, our soul, perhaps? As if I hadn't already paid too much for this dystopian experience. Now breakfast, oh breakfast, a buffet in the same way a graveyard is a party. The food, cold, the eggs, rubbery, the fruit, sad, the coffee, water pretending to be coffee. And the chaos, oh the chaos, running out of food like it was the apocalypse and we were the last survivors fighting over a single stale croissant. And the location, convenient, they said, close to everything, they said, lies, all lies. It was a hike to the old town, through streets that smelled of exhaust fumes and broken dreams. And the noisy, oh the noise, construction at dawn, honking at dusk and in between. The haunting wails of other guests realizing they too had been scammed. But the worst part, the betrayal, the photos online, oh the lies. The pool, so sparkling in pictures, was in reality a murky puddle surrounded by cracked tiles. The luxury room, a closet with delusions of grandeur, the boutique charm, nowhere to be found. And so, dear travelers, I leave you with this. Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa is the
script content, okay? So I was looking into, what happens near Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa. Hoi An like scams and stuff, and oh, it's so sad, Because people just want to relax, but then some bad things happen. So, first markets here, like near Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa, Hoi An, they can be tricky. One tourist got a pedicure for only one at Hoi An Market, but when it was done, the lady said no, now pay 25. Can you believe that? Like how, just like that? The tourist was so upset, but what can you do? She paid 10 just to leave, but it was still too much. I bet after that, she never trusted any cheap offers again. And the lady probably just did it to the next tourist. So unfair then, near the Japanese covered bridge which is close to Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa, Hoi An, there were these women, blonde with strong Russian accents. They would stop tourists and say, oh, do you speak English? Just one moment, then bam, they try the free resort scam, like come with us special deal, but it's fake. One tourist said they followed him on a motorcycle, so creepy. Imagine you're just walking, and suddenly they leave you alone. I think he just ran away, and they moved on to someone else. But why do people do this? Tourists just want to enjoy Hoi An, not be tricked. It's just sad, Like Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa, Hoi An is so nice, but outside some people try to take advantage. I wish everyone could just be honest. The area surrounding the Little Hoi An Boutique Hotel Spa, Hoi An, it's complicated. It feels like a beautiful facade concealing a network of disappointments, a carefully curated postcard hiding a slightly grimy reality. Businesses here, broadly speaking, operate with let's call it a relentless pursuit of profit, often at the expense of a pleasant customer experience. It's a place where the initial charm quickly fades, replaced by a nagging sense you're being assessed, sized up, and potentially taken advantage of. It unsettled something deep within me, a feeling akin to discovering your favorite childhood toy has a hidden compartment full of spiders. Let's start with the Hoi An Market. It's presented as a vibrant hub, a cultural immersion. What the reviews paint, however, is a picture of aggressive tactics and outright scams. It appears a common practice is to lure you in, then manufacture a dispute, parking, change, inflated prices, designed to extract extra money. One review detailed a car being physically moved and held ransom for a small fee. It's unbelievable. It feels like stepping into a low-budget action movie where you're the unwitting protagonist. You expect friendly bartering. What you get, it seems, is a calculated attempt to exploit tourists. There's a consistent undercurrent of mistrust, a sense that every interaction is a potential battle. The market itself isn't inherently bad, but the energy, it's predatory. It feels like a beautiful garden filled with carefully hidden traps. They describe being cheated small amounts of money, and honestly, it felt like the entire market was built on top of a pile of lies. It's not the money, it's the principle. A small wound that festers. Then you have the food. The abundance of options is deceptive. Morning Glory signature, frequently recommended, appears to be a victim of its own success. Reviews consistently mention slow, inattentive service, small portions for high prices, and alarmingly, instances of food poisoning. One person described a family losing 2 days of their holiday to illness after dining there. 2 days, it's not just about a bad meal, it's about ruining precious travel time. I saw reviews detailing confusion over bills, repeatedly corrected, and a general air of indifference from the staff. It gave me the distinct impression that the restaurant prioritizes volume over quality, catering to tour groups rather than genuinely caring for individual diners. It's like a factory churning out authentic Vietnamese food for unsuspecting tourists. I felt a pang of sadness imagining families experiencing that disappointment, their holidays marred by a preventable illness. And it isn't limited to restaurants. Faifo Coffee, that Instagram-famous rooftop spot, it's a performance. The coffee itself is reported to be mediocre, the price is inflated, and the staff, by all accounts, are dismissive. There's a one-drink-per-person policy that feels less about efficiency and more about controlling the flow of customers, maximizing profit. Reports of broken stairs, malfunctioning air conditioning, and simply unpleasant experiences are rife. It gives off the impression that they're selling an aesthetic, a photo opportunity, rather than a genuine cafe experience. It's a hollow shell, a beautiful stage with nothing behind the curtain. I couldn't help but wonder how many perfect Instagram photos were taken, while people silently suffered through a lukewarm coffee and a rude barista. It makes me feel sick. The gyms aren't much better. Superfit Gym Yoga Hoi An, a place where you'd expect to feel safe and empowered, is repeatedly described as unsafe, particularly for women. There are reports of unwanted attention, aggressive behavior, and a general lack of maintenance. Equipment is broken, the showers are unusable, and the owner apparently operates on a whim, changing the rules without notice. It felt violating to read those accounts.
A space meant for self-improvement transformed into a source of anxiety and discomfort. The idea that someone might feel unsafe while simply trying to exercise is deeply upsetting. Even establishments like the Hill Station Deli Boutique, which appear charming and upscale, have a dark side. Reviews detail rude staff, incorrect charges, and disturbingly, potentially spoiled food. One person reported a severe allergic reaction after eating their meal. It's the details that are truly disturbing: fruit flies in the water, the passive-aggressive behavior of staff, the feeling of being an inconvenience. It paints a picture of a business that has lost sight of basic hospitality, prioritizing